The expansion of industry. Today we're going to look at the Industrial Revolution after the Civil War. Following terms, Edwin L. Drake, right here. First person to use a steam engine to drill for oil. The Bessemer process, a technique used to make steel from iron, shown right here. Thomas Alva Edison, shown right here, inventor of the light bulb. Christopher Sholes, shown right here, inventor of the typewriter. And Alexander Graham Bell, shown here, inventor of the telephone. So today we're going to look at how Americans used natural resources and technological breakthroughs to begin building an industrialized society. Natural resources fuel industrialization. What were America's important natural resources? In the years after the Civil War, advances in technology began to change the nation. There were three causes of these advances: a large supply of natural resources, an explosion of inventions, and a growing city population that wanted the new products. One of the more important natural resources was oil. In 1840, a Canadian geologist discovered that kerosene could be used to light lamps. Kerosene was produced from oil. This increased Americans' demand for oil. In 1859, Edwin L. Drake used a steam engine to drill for oil. This technological breakthrough helped start an oil boom. Oil refining industries started in Cleveland and Pittsburgh. There, workers turned oil into kerosene. Oil produced yet another product, gasoline. At first, gasoline was thrown away. However, when automobile became popular, gasoline was in great demand. In addition to oil, Americans discovered that their nation was rich in coal and iron. In 1887, explorers found large amounts of iron in Minnesota. At the same time, coal production increased from 33 million tons in 1870 to more than 250 million tons in 1900. Iron is a strong metal. However, it is heavy and tends to break and rust. Researchers eventually removed the element carbon from iron. This produced a lighter, more flexible metal that does not rust. It became known as steel. The Bessemer process, named after the British manufacturer Henry Bessemer, provided a useful way to turn iron into steel. Americans quickly found many uses for steel. The railroads, with their thousands of miles of track, bought large amounts of the new metal. Steel was also used to improve farm tools such as the plow and the reaper. It also was used to make cans for preserving food. Engineers used steel to build bridges. One of the most remarkable bridges was the Brooklyn Bridge. It connected New York City and Brooklyn. Steel was also used to build skyscrapers, such as the Home Insurance Building in Chicago. Question number 1. Name 2 ways Americans use steel. Beginning in the late 1800s, inventors produced items that changed the way people lived and worked. In 1876, Thomas Alva Edison established the world's first research laboratory in Menlo Park, New Jersey. He used the lab to develop new inventions. Edison perfected an early light bulb there. He then worked to establish power plants to generate electricity. Another inventor, George Westinghouse, developed ways to make electricity safer and less expensive. The use of electricity changed America. By 1890, electricity ran machines such as fans and printing presses. Electricity soon became available in homes. This led to the invention of many appliances. Cities built electric streetcars. They made travel cheaper and easier. In 1867, Christopher Sholes invented the typewriter. This led to dramatic changes in the workplace. Almost 10 years later, in 1876, Alexander Graham Bell and Thomas Watson invented the telephone. The wave of inventions during the late 1800s helped change Americans' daily life. More women began to work in offices. By 1910, women made up about 40% of the nation's office workforce. In addition to work, They had been done at work or done at home, such as sewing clothes, now was done in factories. Unfortunately, many factory employees worked long hours in unhealthy conditions. Inventions had several positive effects. Machines allowed employees to work faster. This led to a shorter work week. As a result, people had more leisure time. In addition, citizens enjoyed new products such as phonographs, bicycles, and cameras. Question number 2. Name 2 ways in which electricity changed people's life. Question number 1. Which resources played crucial roles in industrialization? Question number 2. How did Edwin L. Drake help industry to acquire larger quantities of oil? Question number 3. How did the Bessemer process allow better use of iron ore? Question 4. What new uses for steel were developed at this time? Number 5. How did Thomas Alva Edison contribute to this development? And what we're looking at is the number of inventions. 6. How did George Westinghouse contribute to it? Question 7. How did Christopher Sholes contribute? Number 8. How did Alexander Graham Bell contribute? Factor number 3. Expanding urban population provided markets for new inventions and industrial goods. So what provided markets for new inventions and industrial goods? And the second factor provided a ready supply of labor for industry. So who provided a ready supply of labor for industry?